Hi, my name is Katie Weatherston. I'm a 2006 Olympic gold medalist with the women's ice hockey team. I think sport just really shapes who you are, and it's. I would encourage everyone to put their kids in a few different sports. I played a variety of different sports growing up. It just teaches you so many life skills, communication, teamwork, discipline, and just a lot of adversity. Um, and I think it's a great healthy active lifestyle for children, and it keeps them out of trouble, and keeps them doing something right. And it's it helped me so much growing up, and it shaped who I was in such a positive way. And I would encourage all children to be in numerous different sports for sure. What do most people not know about me? I'm pretty chatty, so I tell most people, uh, I'm a storyteller. But I would say most people don't know about me that I actually wore the Team Canada uniform for the first time as a soccer player. So that's something a lot of people don't know. They might know that I played both in the soccer program, the national team, and Team Ontario on both hockey and soccer, and that I was competitive in both sports. But it was actually Team Canada soccer first that I'll never forget pulling on the Team Canada uniform, and that was pretty cool. Well, I probably would have never picked which sport to go with. My big goal was I wanted to be both in the Summer and Winter Olympics. And I think that's something I could have achieved if I didn't have to get ankle surgery. And an ankle injury ended my career at the young age of 18, I think. So that was very hard to go through that. And but my hockey career took off around that time. So I was fortunate enough to go to the Olympics and in one sport. I'm gonna have to say during the 2006 Olympic tryouts, that process was very tough for me and grueling and mentally challenging and physically challenging. Because I had the big ankle injury, I had to undergo surgery. So I had ankle surgery, and 2 months later, the Olympic tryout process started. So I was a rookie. I was the only one who made the Olympic team that never went to the World Championships. I was a complete underdog. No one thought I would make that team. So I spent a lot of time talking to Dr. Peter Jensen, our sports psychologist, and he just really worked me through pacing myself and just trying to improve, a few percent a week. And if tryouts were 5, 6 months long, then I had a lot of time to catch up to everyone else, because I was having a hard time in those first few months being so far behind everyone. So he just really helped me just set goals for myself and try not to lose my confidence and to stay positive. So I think he gave me some great advice along during those difficult times. And I was fortunate enough that with Team Canada, we had Team Canada hockey. They had the means to have a sports psychologist with us for a good portion of our training camp. So it really paid off for me. Yeah, I mean, I talk to kids all the time. I love, you know, trying to set them on the right path here to success. I think the most important advice that I could give to children is if you want to be successful in a sport, you have to love what you do. That comes first and foremost. As a kid, I was outside every day shooting pucks into a net, juggling a soccer ball, or at the outdoor rinks. And practice really does make perfect. And I put in probably more hours than most people did into sport. It's what I love to do, and it's what I did every day. So you have to love what you do. You have to work hard, and you have to put in the time to get better. So it's a lot of hard work, but it will pay off, and also set some goals, right? For me, I was one of the smaller players, so I had to work on my strength a lot, and I spent a lot of time just working on my snapshot. Those were two goals of mine that I really honed in on and focused on in my first few years of college. So Well, I mean, that's an obvious question. I mean, I love watching Canada versus US rivalry, so hopefully the women's gold medal match will be those two teams. So I'd say women's hockey probably is going to be the most exciting. And it'll be interesting what happens on the men's side now that all the NHL players won't be there. So um, I'll definitely be watching the hockey games pretty closely. Growing up, I was always into, Wayne Gretzky. I did all my projects on Wayne Gretzky. I read up about him a lot, and I just loved watching him play growing up. And Saturday night was a big day and a big night in our family. We always put on our Oilers jerseys or hockey jerseys and had some popcorn and watched usually just the first hockey night in Canada game. But so hockey was a big part of our life growing up as a family. I I love watching Connor McDavid play. I think he's the best player that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Just his speed is crazy that he can kick it into another level, and just how skilled he is. So I really appreciate his talent and like watching him play on the ice. Hockey, of course. Oh, I'm gonna have to say the one that brings the most memories is "We Are the Champions." It was played when we won the World Championships in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Um, when I won some big tournaments, so that's definitely my favorite hockey song. I think Canada will take home around 30 medals. Obviously, hopefully more, but we'll see. And I don't know if we'll ever break our record I think it's 14 gold was our record in Canada, right, in 2010. I'm going to have to go with either pizza or popcorn. Yeah, I think the most important message is it's going to be all up here in your mind. When you get to the Olympics, there's going to be cameras everywhere. You're going to be on TV. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of distractions, and we really prepared for that heading over to Torino, Italy. You're going to be. We were staying in the same building as the men's hockey team. Wayne Gretzky was watching us practice. It's just there's so many cool things that are going to happen. The opening ceremonies is a huge distraction. It's so much fun, but it can also be very draining. So it's just you gotta stay focused on your sports. Have fun once your games are done, but until that time, you got to really just conserve your energy. And you also have to be prepared. And we made a list of distractions for the Olympics. Things that could go wrong, especially with COVID. You just have to be prepared for everything, and you have to really conserve your energy and focus, and don't think of it as being at the Olympics. That's kind of how I approached it. You want to downplay the Olympics, and you want to just for me, it was just another hockey game. I played in so many hockey games. Just play another hockey game. Don't change anything. And if you're going to crumble at the Olympics, usually it's up here mentally. So, um, be mentally prepared is definitely what I would tell the athletes.